I see you. I see the quiet strength in your heart, the love you carry even when it feels like the world doesn't always recognize it. I see the moments when you feel small, insignificant, or lost, and I want you to know that none of those feelings define you. You are not defined by the struggles you've faced, by the fears that have held you back, or by the mistakes you've made. You are defined by your willingness to continue, to keep moving forward even when it's hard. You are defined by your heart, by the love you give, and by the compassion you show to others, even when you don't feel like it. That is what truly matters. The world can be noisy. It can be overwhelming. It can make you feel like you need to keep up, to be busy, to constantly achieve something in order to be worthy. But that is not the truth. You do not need to prove your worth to anyone, not even to yourself. You are worthy, just as you are, in this very moment. Your worth is not tied to how much you achieve, how much you earn, or how many people approve of you. Your worth is inherent. It is not conditional. It does not depend on how well you perform or how much you give. It is simply because you exist. You are valuable because you are alive, because you bring light into the world, because you are capable of deep love, kindness, and compassion. That alone makes you invaluable. Even when you feel broken, even when you feel lost, you are still worthy. There is no shame in being imperfect. There is no shame in having flaws, in being vulnerable. It's okay to not have it all together. It's okay to not be perfect. Perfection is not the goal. The goal is to be true to yourself, to live authentically, and to embrace who you are in all your beautiful imperfection. You don't have to be anyone other than yourself. You don't need to change to fit anyone's idea of who you should be. You are enough, exactly as you are. But that doesn't mean you have to stay the same forever. Life is about growth. It's about learning, evolving, and changing. Every moment, every experience, is an opportunity to learn something new about yourself and the world around you. Even the challenges you face, the setbacks you encounter, and the pain you experience are part of your growth. They are not there to punish you. They are there to help you evolve, to become stronger, more compassionate, and more understanding. Every experience, good or bad, adds to the richness of your story. It shapes you into who you are meant to be. And in those moments when you feel overwhelmed, when you feel like you can't keep going, I want you to know that you are not alone. You are never alone. Even when the world feels cold and distant, there's a presence with you, offering comfort, offering peace, offering love. You are surrounded by a community, whether you can see them or not, that supports you and is cheering you on. There are people who care about you, who want to see you succeed, who want to see you happy. And beyond that, there is an unbreakable love, a divine presence that surrounds you. You are not alone, and you are never abandoned. I understand that there are times when you feel lost, times when you're unsure of which path to take, or when it feels like the road ahead is uncertain. It's okay to not have all the answers right now. Life is not about knowing everything. It's about being willing to step into the unknown with faith. You don't need to have everything figured out. All you need to do is take the next step. Trust that the path will reveal itself as you walk it. Trust that the right doors will open at the right time. You don't need to force things to happen. Sometimes, the best thing you can do is to take a step back and allow life to unfold naturally. The world may try to tell you that success means doing more, achieving more, accumulating more. But real success is not about how much you do. It's about how you live. It's about the love you give, the joy you share, the peace you cultivate, and the authenticity with which you move through life. Success is about finding peace in who you are and the choices you make, knowing that you are living a life that is true to yourself. The world may value external achievements, but true fulfillment comes from living authentically, from following your heart, and from staying connected to your soul. Take a moment to pause and reflect on how far you've come. Look at the person you are today. You are stronger than you were yesterday. You have learned so much, and you have grown through every experience. You have shown resilience in the face of adversity, and you have kept your heart open, even when it was difficult. You have loved, even when it hurt. You have forgiven, even when it was hard. And that, in itself, is something to be proud of. You are living with courage. You are living with kindness. You are living with purpose. And that is enough. Life is a series of moments, some filled with joy, some filled with struggle, but all of them part of the beautiful journey. Every moment, every experience is a chance to learn, to grow, to love, and to live fully. Life is not a race. You do not need to rush to get somewhere or achieve something. Life is about the journey, the experiences, the lessons learned, and the connections made along the way. Take the time to enjoy the present moment. Take the time to truly see the beauty around you, to appreciate the small things, and to savor the experiences as they come. And if you ever find yourself feeling lost or disconnected, remember that it's okay to take a break. It's okay to rest. It's okay to pause and give yourself the space you need to heal, to breathe, and to regroup. Rest is just as important as work. Without rest, there is no renewal, no growth. So be kind to yourself. Give yourself the permission to rest, to recharge, and to take care of your body, mind, and soul. You have everything you need inside you to face whatever comes your way. You are stronger, more capable, and more resilient than you may realize. You have the strength to endure. You have the wisdom to learn. You have the heart to love. You have everything you need to live a life of peace, joy, and fulfillment. You are capable of so much more than you think. And when you face the challenges of life, I want you to remember that you don't have to face them alone. You are supported. You are loved. You are enough. It's easy to get caught up in the hustle and bustle of life, to feel like you always have to be doing something, achieving something, or moving towards something. But true peace comes from within. It comes from accepting where you are, from being grateful for the present moment, and from finding joy in the journey, not just the destination. Life is not about arriving at some perfect place or achieving a perfect goal. It's about living fully, embracing all that comes with it, and finding peace in the process. Remember that every moment is an opportunity to choose peace, to choose love, and to choose joy. You have the power to choose your response, to choose your perspective, and to choose how you move through life. Even in the most challenging times, you have the ability to find peace within yourself. And when you find peace within, it radiates outward, touching everyone around you. You are capable of creating a life filled with love, peace, and joy. Believe in yourself, trust the process, and keep moving forward. And through it all, never forget that you are not alone. You are part of something greater than yourself. You are connected to the universe, to the people around you, and to the love that flows through everything. You are part of a beautiful, divine tapestry, and every thread of your existence is significant. You are exactly where you need to be, and everything is unfolding perfectly. Keep your heart open, trust the journey, and know that you are always supported, loved, and never alone. The beauty of life lies not in the destination, but in the journey itself. Too often, we are consumed by the idea of reaching a specific goal, but what we fail to see is that every step we take, no matter how small or seemingly insignificant, is a part of our growth. You are exactly where you need to be, right in this moment. The path you're on is perfect, even if you don't fully understand it yet. Trust that it is leading you toward the fulfillment and peace you seek. There are days when the weight of life feels unbearable, when the uncertainties of the future cloud your mind. You may wonder how you will move forward, or if you even have the strength to keep going. But I promise you, even in those moments of doubt, you have more strength than you realize. You are capable of facing challenges, of navigating through storms, and emerging stronger than before. It is not the absence of challenges that defines strength, but how you respond to them. With every obstacle you overcome, you grow. With every hardship you endure, you learn more about your own resilience. When life feels overwhelming, remember that it is okay to pause. It is okay to take a step back and breathe. You don't have to have all the answers right away. Sometimes, the most powerful thing you can do is give yourself space to reflect, to rest, and to let the answers come in their own time. Trust that everything will unfold as it should. And even in times of stillness, you are moving forward. Growth happens not only in action, but also in quiet reflection. It is easy to look around and compare yourself to others, to think that you should be further along in your journey, or that you're not living up to some standard of success. But remember, comparison is the thief of joy. Everyone's journey is unique. The path someone else is on does not diminish your own. It is okay to walk at your own pace, to take your time, and to honor your own journey. Your life is not a race. It's a process, and it's your process. The beauty of your life is not found in matching someone else's steps, but in making your own. Sometimes, we become so focused on what we don't have, or what we wish was different, that we forget to appreciate all that we do have. Gratitude as a way of shifting our perspective. When we take the time to focus on the blessings, no matter how small, we invite more of that goodness into our lives. Gratitude helps us see the beauty in every moment. It opens our hearts and connects us to the love and abundance that already surrounds us. It reminds us that even in challenging times, there is always something to be grateful for. Life is not always easy, and there will be moments when you feel defeated. But know this, those moments do not define you. They are simply moments. And even in the darkest of times, you have the ability to find light. It is your choice. You can choose to stay in the darkness, or you can choose to turn toward the light. It is in your power to decide how you respond to what life brings you. You are not at the mercy of your circumstances. You have the power to create peace within yourself, regardless of what is happening around you. Your mind is a powerful thing, and what you choose to focus on, what you choose to believe, shapes the reality you experience. You are allowed to rest. You are allowed to take a break. The world may tell you to keep pushing, to keep achieving, to keep striving for more, but rest is essential to your well-being. You cannot pour from an empty cup. If you are constantly running on empty, you will eventually burn out. Take time to nourish yourself, to replenish your energy, and to reconnect with your spirit. When you take care of yourself, you are better equipped to care for others. You are better able to serve, to love, and to show up as the best version of yourself. And never forget, there is beauty in the imperfections. The world may try to convince you that you need to be flawless to be worthy of love and success, but perfection is not the goal. Imperfection is what makes us human. It is what connects us to one another. It is what allows us to empathize, to understand, and to show compassion. You are perfect in your imperfection. Your flaws are not something to hide or be ashamed of. They are part of what makes you unique, part of what makes you who you are. Embrace them, honor them, and know that they are part of your journey. Every experience, every relationship, every setback, and every triumph shapes who you are. You are constantly evolving, constantly learning, and constantly becoming a better version of yourself. Life is not about staying the same. It's about growth. It's about learning from each experience and becoming more of who you are always meant to be. Trust the process. Trust the timing. Trust yourself. It's okay to be vulnerable. It's okay to ask for help. It's okay to not have all the answers. You don't have to carry the weight of the world on your shoulders. You don't have to do everything alone. There are people around you who care about you, who want to support you. Don't be afraid to reach out. Don't be afraid to lean on others when you need to. You are not a burden, and you don't have to do it all yourself. There is strength in vulnerability, in asking for help, and in sharing your journey with others. When the world feels overwhelming, it's easy to get lost in the noise. But in those moments, it's important to remember that you can always come back to yourself. You can always find stillness within, no matter what is happening around you. Find your center. Reconnect with your heart. Trust that everything you need is already within you. You have the wisdom, the strength, and the love to navigate whatever life throws your way. It's okay to change your mind. It's okay to grow and evolve. The decisions you made in the past do not have to define your future. You are always allowed to change, to try new things, and to follow new paths. Your journey is fluid, and that's okay. You are allowed to make mistakes. You are allowed to grow. You are allowed to change. Life is about exploration, about finding out what works for you, what brings you joy, what helps you grow. Your story is not over. The journey you are on is far from complete. And no matter what has happened in the past, no matter what you've experienced, know that your future is still bright. There are new adventures, new relationships, and new opportunities waiting for you. Keep going. Keep believing. Keep trusting. You are stronger than you know, and the best is yet to come. I see you, and I understand the burdens you carry. Life has a way of weighing heavily on your shoulders, especially when you try to carry everything at once. There are moments when it feels like the weight of the world is too much, when your heart is heavy and your mind is tired. But I am here to tell you that you don't have to carry it all alone. You are not meant to walk this path by yourself. Even in your darkest moments, you are not forgotten. Even in the silence, I am with you, offering strength, peace, and comfort. It's okay to feel lost sometimes. It's okay to not have all the answers. Life isn't about having everything figured out in an instant. It's about trusting the process, even when you don't know exactly where it's leading. Every step you take, no matter how small, is a step towards something greater. You may not always see the bigger picture, but trust that the path you're walking is leading you to where you need to be. Trust that you are exactly where you are meant to be at this moment, even if it doesn't make sense yet. Trust that the journey is unfolding in its own time and in its own way. You are more than the challenges you face. You are more than the hardships that come your way. You are more than the mistakes you've made or the failures you've experienced. These things do not define you. What defines you is your heart, your compassion, and your willingness to keep going even when things get tough. You are stronger than you realize, and with each obstacle you overcome, you become even stronger. Remember, your worth is not based on what you achieve or how others see you. Your worth is inherent in who you are, in the love you give, and in the strength you carry within. There will be times when you feel unsure, when the road ahead seems unclear, and the path seems too difficult to navigate. But those moments are part of your growth. It's in the uncertainty that you find clarity. It's in the struggle that you find strength. Every experience, whether good or bad, is an opportunity for growth. You are constantly evolving, constantly learning, and every challenge is helping to shape you into the person you are meant to become. It's important to be kind to yourself. You are only human, and it's okay to have moments of weakness. It's okay to not have everything together. You don't need to have all the answers, and you don't need to be perfect. Perfection is not what life is about. Life is about being present, being true to yourself, and doing your best. Your best is enough. Don't measure yourself against others or against some idealized version of perfection. You are enough, exactly as you are. Embrace your imperfections, because they make you who you are. They are part of your beauty, part of your strength, and part of your story. You may feel like you're not making progress, like you're stuck in a place that doesn't feel right. But know that even in those moments, you are moving forward. Even when you feel stuck, there is still growth happening beneath the surface. You are learning, adapting, and evolving, even when you don't see it. Trust that the changes are happening, even if you can't see them right now. Trust that the seeds you're planting today will bear fruit in the future. Life is not about waiting for everything to be perfect. Life is about showing up every day, even when it's hard. It's about taking one step at a time, even when the road ahead seems long and uncertain. You don't have to have everything figured out. You don't have to have all the answers. What matters is that you keep moving forward, that you keep showing up, and that you keep doing the best you can with what you have. There is power in patience. It's easy to get frustrated when things aren't happening as quickly as we would like. But sometimes, the most powerful thing we can do is to wait, to trust in the process, to allow things to unfold in their own time. You don't have to rush through life. You don't have to have everything today. Take the time you need to grow, to heal, and to become the person you're meant to be. The best things take time, and you are worthy of the time it takes to build the life you desire. In the moments when you feel like giving up, remember that you are not alone. You are supported, loved, and guided, even when it doesn't feel that way. You have everything you need inside of you to overcome whatever challenges come your way. The strength you need is already within you. Trust in yourself, trust in your journey, and trust that you are exactly where you need to be. When you feel overwhelmed, take a deep breath and remember that you don't have to do everything at once. Break things down into smaller steps and focus on what you can do in the present moment. You don't have to carry the entire world on your shoulders. Take one step at a time and know that you are making progress with each step you take. You are allowed to rest. You are allowed to take a break, to take care of yourself, and to recharge. Rest is not a sign of weakness. It is a necessary part of the journey. You cannot pour from an empty cup. When you take the time to rest, you are replenishing yourself, so you can continue on your path with renewed energy, clarity, and purpose. When life feels overwhelming, it can be easy to focus on everything that's going wrong. But remember, there is always something to be grateful for. Even in the darkest times, there is always light. Even in the hardest moments, there is always something to be thankful for. Take time each day to focus on the good things in your life, no matter how small they may seem. Gratitude has the power to shift your perspective, to remind you of the beauty that still exists in the world, and to fill your heart with peace. You are not meant to carry everything alone. You are not meant to do this by yourself. There is strength in asking for help, in reaching out to others, and in sharing your burdens. Don't be afraid to lean on those around you when you need it. There are people who care about you, who want to support you, and who will walk beside you on this journey. You do not have to face everything alone. When you're feeling lost, when you're unsure of the next step, know that it's okay to pause and reflect. Sometimes, the best thing you can do is take a step back, breathe, and listen to your heart. Your intuition will guide you, and when you quiet the noise of the world, you'll find that the answers are already inside you. Trust yourself, trust your journey, and trust that you are exactly where you need to be. You are more than your struggles. You are more than the obstacles you face. You are more than your fears, your doubts, and your insecurities. You are a beautiful, powerful soul with limitless potential. Every challenge you face is an opportunity for growth, for learning, and for transformation. You are capable of overcoming anything that comes your way. You have the strength, the wisdom, and the resilience to navigate this life with grace, courage, and love. Life is a beautiful gift. It is filled with opportunities to love, to grow, and to become the best version of yourself. Embrace each moment, each experience, and each lesson. Know that you are always evolving, always growing, and always becoming who you are meant to be. Keep going, keep believing, and keep loving. The best is yet to come. I can sense the way you carry, the quiet struggles that others may not see, the burdens that feel too heavy at times. But I want you to understand something truly important. You are not defined by the struggles you face. The world may tell you that your worth is measured by how easily you succeed, or by how quickly you overcome challenges. But in reality, your value is not determined by your victories or your setbacks. You are valuable simply because you exist. You are worthy of love and happiness, not because of what you have done or haven't done, but because you are human. Sometimes, the world feels like it's moving too fast, like you're stuck in a whirlwind of expectations, noise, and demands. It's easy to feel overwhelmed, like there's always more to do, more to prove, more to achieve. But I want to tell you something important. You don't have to do it all. You don't have to prove yourself to anyone. You don't have to be perfect. Life is not about rushing to meet expectations. It's about living authentically, with kindness, love, and patience. It's okay to not have everything figured out. It's okay to be unsure, to make mistakes, and to learn as you go. Every step you take, no matter how small, is progress. Every experience is an opportunity for growth. When you're feeling lost, or when things are going as you hoped, remember that you are still moving forward, even if you can't see it. Sometimes, the hardest moments are the ones that shape us the most, even when we don't realize it. Your journey may take unexpected turns, but that doesn't mean you're off course. Trust the process. Trust that where you are now is where you're supposed to be. The path ahead may be unclear, but that's okay. It's okay to take it one step at a time. You don't need to see the whole picture to begin. You may encounter times of uncertainty, when you're unsure of your next step or unsure of where to go. But don't be afraid to ask for help, to lean on those who love you. You do not need to face the challenges of life on your own. You are part of a greater community, and there are people around you who want to support you, who want to see you succeed. Don't be afraid to reach out. Don't be afraid to share your burdens. In the moments when you feel overwhelmed by life's demands, take a deep breath. In those moments of chaos, remind yourself to pause. Take a moment to reconnect with yourself. You are not defined by what you do or what you have. You are defined by who you are. You are defined by your love, by your kindness, and by your willingness to keep going despite the obstacles that may stand in your way. You are capable of more than you know, and your worth is immeasurable. When life gets difficult, when you feel like you can't go any further, that's when the real strength shows up. Strength isn't about never falling down. It's about getting back up when you do. Strength is not about being perfect. It's about being resilient, about choosing to move forward even when the path seems uncertain. Every time you get back up, every time you choose hope instead of despair, every time you show kindness instead of anger, you are demonstrating your strength. Your strength isn't in your ability to avoid hardship. It's in your ability to endure, to learn, and to grow. And in those moments when you feel unsure of yourself, when you feel like you're not enough, know that you are. You are more than enough. You are deserving of love, of peace, and of happiness. You don't need to earn your worth. It is inherent in you. You don't need to prove yourself to anyone. You are worthy of love and joy simply because you are alive. Don't let the world make you feel otherwise. You are a unique, beautiful soul with so much to offer, and you deserve every good thing that life has to offer. It's easy to fall into the trap of comparison, to look around and wonder why your life doesn't look like someone else's. But that will only rob you of your peace. Everyone is on their own journey, and your journey is just as important as anyone else's. There is no one path to fulfillment. You don't need to walk someone else's path to find your own. What matters is that you walk your path authentically. What matters is that you stay true to yourself, to your values, and to your own heart. The world needs your unique gifts. It needs your perspective, your love, and your light. Never forget that you are enough, exactly as you are. And remember, it's okay to rest. We live in a world that glorifies productivity, but rest is just as important. You cannot keep going at a fast pace without taking time to recharge. You cannot pour from an empty cup. When you take time to rest, to recharge, you are giving yourself the strength to continue. Your well-being is just as important as your work. Don't feel guilty for taking a moment to breathe, to relax, to take care of yourself. When you take care of yourself, you are better able to take care of the world around you. It's also important to allow yourself to feel. Life can sometimes push us to suppress our emotions, to put on a brave face and keep going, but it's okay to feel your emotions. It's okay to be vulnerable, to experience sadness, fear, or frustration. Those feelings don't make you weak, they make you human. And in feeling those emotions and acknowledging them, you can heal, you can learn, you can grow. When you find yourself in moments of uncertainty or doubt, know that it is okay to ask for guidance. No one has all the answers, and we all need help sometimes. Don't be afraid to seek counsel, to lean on others, or to ask for advice. It's okay to not have everything figured out. In fact, the best things often come when we let go of the need for certainty and allow ourselves to be guided. Trust that the answers will come when you are ready for them. Life is not about waiting for the storms to pass. It's about learning to dance in the rain. It's about finding peace, not in the absence of challenges, but in your ability to navigate through them with grace. You may not be able to control everything that happens in your life, but you can control how you respond. You can choose peace, you can choose love, and you can choose joy, no matter the circumstances. And never forget, you are never alone. Even when it feels like you're walking through the darkest of times, you are supported, loved, and never left to face the challenges alone. There is always light, always guidance, and always love surrounding you. You are part of a greater whole, and everything you do ripples out, touching the lives of others in ways you may never even see. Your presence in the world matters, and every act of kindness, every moment of love, every step you take toward peace creates a ripple effect that spreads far beyond what you can imagine. So take a deep breath. Know that you are exactly where you need to be. Your journey may not always be easy, but it is yours, and it is beautiful. You are strong enough to handle whatever comes your way. You are capable of overcoming any challenge. Keep going, keep believing, and keep loving. The best is yet to come, and you are not alone on this journey.